everyone. So I just wanted to make a quick video kind of talking about a subject that I've been having a little bit of a hard time dealing with lately. Me and my boyfriend broke up. A lot of things were going wrong with that relationship and it just ended really poorly. I'm not going to say any ill will towards him or anything bad, but I just kind of wanted to talk about the subject of for when things start going bad for girls out there, that it's best just to get out of the relationship and the situation instead of just staying there and taking whatever that may be bad out of that situation. For a long time, it was a situation more or less of a lot of take and not a lot of giving. I was giving a lot to make sure that that relationship stayed afloat, and it just wasn't worth it in the end. It was really detrimental to my own psyche, to my own emotional state, and it just wasn't really worth it. Just when it gets to a point of it being bad, just let it go. A lot of girls look at situations for a guy looking at it like they want to fix them and they want to fix the situation and they want to fix everything that's wrong with them and the relationship, and it's just not worth it. In the end, I lost a lot for myself, honestly, and it's just not worth it. Looking at it, there was a lot of mean, cruel words that were said on his part, and it's been going on for a long time. And I'm not going to go into the whole situation of how bad it was. When there's a situation that happens like that for anybody, when it starts getting to the point where you're feeling bad about yourself and you don't believe in, if you hear a little bell, that's my new cat. When it gets into a situation where you feel bad about yourself all the time and where you're doubting yourself and you're changing everything about yourself, that's at a point when you need to look at things and you need to start reevaluating if that's healthy and if that's right for you, because it started getting to that point for me where a lot of my values and personal beliefs and everything I was starting to question them, and I was starting to feel very badly about myself just because of the fact that he wasn't very accepting of who I was anymore and what I believed in and how I conducted my own life. And for me, I'm a very straight-laced kind of girl. I don't go to parties. I just turned 21. I don't drink alcohol. I've never smoked anything. I've never done any drugs. I've never done anything that's really out of, the line of just being on a narrow path of things. I like to work out. I like to have time to myself. I always like to be happy. I always like to be in happy situations where I always feel good about myself. And it was getting to the point that that wasn't what it is. He didn't really like my YouTube. He didn't really like my cat, which was weird. He didn't really like any of my beliefs or where I was going, so more or less it felt like he was trying to change those and make me into a person that was more compatible for him. And when it gets to that point, girls, you need to look at it and realize you're better than that, and you don't really need to be treated that way by a guy. There's going to be a guy out there that's going to accept you for you, and who isn't going to abuse you and isn't going to say hurtful, cruel words that are going to make you doubt yourself. If there's any time that anybody needs to talk, I will be there for those people to talk if you feel that you need to. This is just something for me that has been really on my mind and really bothering me, because I have been out of this for a few weeks now, and I'm looking at it and I'm thinking, at one point I was thinking, what could I have done differently and what could I have changed to make this relationship work out more? And I look at it now thinking there's nothing I could have done at all, because this is who he is. This is what the situation is. And I mean, like, when I was in it, I was constantly looking at what can I do to change it? What can I do to prove myself, because that's kind of the thought process he put in my head, that I constantly had to prove myself to make sure that I was always the one really trying to promote myself and to make myself look good and to prove that I actually cared, when it was evident that I cared and I tried my hardest. And even if you try your hardest, sometimes it's better just to throw in the towel and say that I've had enough. And even at the age of 21, I promised myself I would never go through something like this, and it happened. You know, I got hurt, I got burned pretty badly. I don't know if I would say I'm scarred in a way, but I wouldn't say that I'm like totally and completely scarred, you know. This is something I can heal from. I wasn't in this too long. You know, almost 2 years of being together and everything like that. It's hurtful to hear the words that he said and to hear how he felt about me at the end here. Whether they were lies or not, it's just, you know, you don't need to listen to that, girls. You don't. Going forward, and you don't need a guy in your life to validate you. You don't need to feel like just because, you know, like this isn't the way it was at the beginning, you know, maybe at one point it'll change. I should stick around and see if it could change. If it keeps going on for a good amount of time, chances are it's not going to change. It's just going to keep getting worse, which it did. He broke up with me. We've broken up a couple times, and it got progressively worse on his end. You know, I would constantly try and fix the situation, and I would push towards that, and it just didn't work. So I want girls to know out there that whatever situation you may be in, whatever it may be, if you start doubting yourself, if you start feeling badly about yourself and feeling that you aren't good enough, that's not true at all. So you need to look at that and feel and wonder if this is where you want to be, if this is what you really want to feel like, and if this is really the life that you want, is you want to feel like this about yourself. So I will be here if anybody ever needs to talk about a situation, because maybe you don't have a friend to talk to, or you don't have anybody to really talk to. I've had a lot of friends and people I don't even really know, even on YouTube, that a couple of them knew about this situation I've been talking to, have really been supportive of me with this, and it's nice to have friends to talk to. And if you don't have anybody else to talk to, I will definitely be here. And don't think that you're alone in this, because a lot of people go through this and it's not fair, but you need to take the time to look at whether or not this is the path for you. One great technique for when maybe you aren't in a relationship anymore and you need something to occupy your time, get a kitten, because they're great. Oh, this is Simba. Well, I named her Simba, but my mom named her Callie, so we call her Callie Simba, since cats really don't even respond to their name anyway. That guy's hurting her. She just wants to stop it. When cats attack. But I'm gonna go. I just wanted to let you guys know that none of this is your fault if you're going through a situation that I went through. And the abuse just isn't worth it. It's really not. You just need to get out of it, and you need to really look at your life and think that you're better than that, and you deserve way better than that, because you are all beautiful people, and you just need to come forward and just say, I've had enough. Feeling that way, just look at who you are, and chances are you're way better than anything that you're in right now, and you deserve way better in your life, and you deserve all the happiness in the world. So I'm gonna go, and I will talk to you all later. Bye.